Thank you for having me. My name is Babayemi Olaniyan. I'm a lawyer. I'm a Nigerian. I'm the last born of three. I'm the only boy. I'm from Ondo State. I'm single, not yet married. I went to the Nigerian Law School in Bayelsa. When I was called to Dubai, I did my NYSC in Abuja. I served with Babayemi & Co. That's the same law firm that retained me, and I stayed up until December 2020 when I resigned. They didn't sack me, I resigned. I resigned and I started my own law firm, Layer Attorneys, January 17th, 2021. Today makes it 1 year and 1 week. Presently, we have a staff strength of 6, 3 on-site staff aside myself, then 2 off-site staff. We're a corporate commercial law firm. We offer bespoke corporate commercial services to different clients in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Time where my reading was not translating to my grades, so I was putting in the work. I was reading, group discussions, and then the grades were not tallying as much with the reading. So what could be going on? Maybe it's village people that were attacking the grades and all that. But then, because the other guys that were not reading as much, I know they were getting good grades. It's not a situation of what am I doing wrong that is not helping out. So I think I now lost interest because I was not getting as much as I wanted. Now ventured into politics. So I should go into politics. That's like my 400 level time. Contested for my faculty president. That was interesting too. It was an interesting experience. Even I didn't eventually contest, so I had to step down for a non-Nigerian to contest so that we could win. So all that drama around that. But it was still an interesting experience. But I wouldn't say I had. I still had a fairly good results. But I realized that it's not entirely about reading. I feel like there's much more to passing school or being successful or being good at whatever you do than reading. I don't think that grades are the true test of knowledge. Grades are a true test of your ability to interpret what you're given. I don't think that your grades determine who you are, but it speaks for you when you're not there. So there's some people that you speak to them and they're like, you see their grades, first class, and then you give them simple jobs to do, they cannot execute it, and give someone that maybe had a pass, and then the person is able to execute it. So grades are good, but they're not conclusive proof of the wealth and depth that a person has. So school was interesting. I read my books. I didn't have so much of financial challenges that I would say that I had. I didn't have so much financial challenges. I think I also had challenges of knowing who I was and what system worked for me. For example, now it's in school that I came to the realization that's from university. I came to the realization that I read best in the mornings. If I don't read in the morning, the rest of my day is gone. I can't read in the afternoon. I can't read in the night. So the early in the mornings between 4 and 6 are my most productive hours. If I read anything between 4 and 6, that thing stays in my head. So that's for me is where my strength comes from. Early in the mornings. I'm not good at late at night. Early in the mornings work for me. I was called 2015. That went straight to NYSC camp. I was posted to a law firm. I did a year there. Then I got employment. So I did not wait. So from NYSC, like where I served, is where I stayed up until when I left. So I stayed there from 2015 to 2020. Yeah. It was an interesting journey. I had the privilege of working with 5 senior advocates of Nigeria at once. So there were 5 senior advocates in the law firm: Alhaji Abdullahi Ibrahim, SCN, Mr. Adetunji Oyepo, SCN, Mr. Ladipo, Shoyebo SN, Mr. Rotimi Okunso SN, Mr. Abiodun Latunji SN. So like working with the highest level of legal practitioners in Nigeria, you definitely have to be on your toes because like they've reached the apex when it comes to legal practice in Nigeria. So it was an interesting experience. We had other junior lawyers there. It's nice that you fight with people. I mean, I have a saying that there's no way two people will stay and they will not fight. It is practically impossible. I guess somebody's lying to somebody, or someone that decided to just totally ignore. And even if you have decided to totally ignore, you'll still fight. So I've had squabbles. Sometimes we not talk to ourselves for a very long time with some staff. But eventually we just knew that we had to get the job done. Because your boss doesn't want to care that you're fighting. Just do my work and let the clients be satisfied. Because I mean, at the core of every business is client satisfaction. Is the client happy? Is the client getting results? If the client is getting results, then you know that the business can thrive and can succeed. So yeah, that was that part. So I did all that. Interesting. I did not lose one case throughout the stay. So every day, in fact, I think that even became a thing where every judgment I went for, or every ruling I went for, always went in the firm's favor. It now became like the firms that like send Yemi. I don't know. I think it's just God's favor. I think that part is just God's favor. So I don't think I did anything extra. It's all pure God's favor that made it that way. I handled some cases, nothing really dramatic. I just made sure I did my job. That's what was key for me, just doing my job and getting it over and done with. But then getting towards 2020, because I just felt uneasy. I felt very uneasy. I felt out of place. I felt that, okay, I'd reached the point I needed to get to working for someone. I'd never tried this entrepreneur thing before. I've also knew what would I say, aspire to acquire your desires so that you can inspire and perspire. But I never said I was going to do. I just said, okay, let me try this thing. So in 2019, I registered my law firm. I just kept it because I was still scared. I was like, when I want to get money to rent space, pay staff salary, buy books, look for clients. Because the legal market is very saturated. There are lawyers everywhere. I feel like almost everybody knows a lawyer. So what are you now bringing different? That you now want to start your own law firm. So 2020 came and there was COVID. So honestly, I'm not gonna start law firm when there's COVID. I chilled. Then towards the end of 2020, I said, I think it's time for me to leave. So I wanted to have a very seamless flow. I didn't want to leave and then let there be a cut. And I think God answered that prayer because presently I still do some things for the office, even though I don't work in the office. So, and as I advise people, no matter where you're living, always have a good relationship because you don't know where it's going to be useful to you in the future. Now I came to start my own law firm. Got a space, started buying books. So when I started building my clientele, when they pay money for jobs, I was buying books. Paid for the office space, but started buying things, furniture, and all that. Got staff. Artisanal stuff. But then one thing I know that people are saying that, when you're starting your law firm, when you're starting your business, you must have at least 6 months salary, blah blah blah. I didn't even have 1 month salary saved to start my business. I didn't have 1 month. One chicory month I did not have. I do not know why I didn't have that money saved. But I just found out like throughout 1 year, we didn't owe salary for 1 day. We had a day that we pay salaries, and we paid salaries on that day consistently for 1 year. And it's quite interesting for me because there was just provision. You know, see, there was the money stacked somewhere that Okay, when it's time, sorry, you can pick it out. Oh, pay. No, it wasn't like that. I think it was pure God's grace and pure God's help. Um, so actually, I think I should backtrack to Lehiaton is the name Lehi is from the Bible. It's taken from the book of Judges 15 verse 14. It's the story of Samson, where he came to Lehi, and the chains on his hand became flax, and he found a jawbone, and the jawbone he used to defeat 1,000 Philistines. So for Lehiaton is a place of strength, it's a place of provision, and it's a place of victory. So starting up law firm, now I have to manage myself, manage my staff, manage my clients, manage people's expectations. So it's a lot of managing. I don't think that people explain it enough for people that entrepreneurship is no joke. Sometimes I was not getting as much inflow as I expected. And I was like, okay. So village people today, village people, are they close by? And all that. But then, eventually God helped us and we were able to come back and continue. So I feel like there's a lot of things in business that people never tell you that people should prepare their minds for. And that's why I honestly believe that people should just hold on to God. Summary. Because I've seen God help consistently back to back in this business. Like, it's not even that, they are saying it. But obviously there's hard work. A lot of hard work. There's some days I would be drafting, I would do like 3 or 4 things at the same time. Just because I have deadlines to meet. I'll have back-to-back calls. I'll still have my staff, they can come with different moods. You have to manage them. The clients is calling, you can have 3 or 4 clients calling at the same time, asking for different things. The question is, how do you want to meet all these needs just one person? So it's really challenging. I'm not even going to lie, it's not challenging, but it's also exciting. The fact that you can do all these things, right? You are now responsible for people. Responsible that to ensure that, because aside paying salaries, you have to ensure that these people grow. You have to ensure that they do better in their job. So like what they do today should be better tomorrow. And as you're doing that, you're trying to ensure that you're not putting them down or making them feel that they're less than who they are. So you're also building their self-confidence, while also ensuring that the quality of work gets better. So it's an interesting job. I have to say that law in practice and law in the movies, they are 2 different things. Extremely 2 different things. So in the movies, you are seeing someone that is all cacked up, speaking English, saying, "No, my lord, da, 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 da." I'm like, this is not what we're facing in real life. Because, so for example, like this popular TV series, Suits, and then you must understand that their system is an American system, very different from what Nigeria practices. You just see them just wearing their suits, and then they go to court and do all that, and just file paper. Nigeria is very tasking. You prepare the paper, you carry it to the registry, you sweat. Registry will take you from one place to another. After that, you now give to bailiff. Bailiff can start the process. Person might not even receive it. Person might not be around, might not be there. They bring back a process. You file a motion in court that you want to do some state service. They now go to court. Court might not sit that day, and then when the court now sits, court can say that not taking your matter that day. It's not like the movies at all. Like the movies make it less serious than it is. With our inside, we know what it is. So we've had matter that for the past 3-4 times the court did not sit. It's not a work in the park at all. It's serious mental work. So people management and money management are 2 areas that I feel I should have done a little bit more research on, because I'm very terrible with spending with money. I feel like money comes, money goes, money comes, money goes. Money does not really stay in my hands like that. So then people management, I'm not a very excessively stern person. Like I recently said I was going to start issuing queries to staff, to type the query. Up to today, I've not been able to type it. And then my friend as an HR manager says, Yemi, you have to type the query and give them the query. I'm like, so someone's child will not have query because of me. So I think, yes, I think one that entrepreneurs should have is hard heart. I don't have it. I think you have a hard heart. You need to have a hard heart to be able to deal with people. For me, I just want, okay, just do your job. Once I give you a task, do it, send it to me, and let's move on with life. Yeah, so money management skills, people management skills, people really need to have those skills going into business. Like I said, you have fears, but your fears are legit. Your fears mean that you're doing something that will push you. I mean, you're living something that you had assurance, something that there's no assurance. The probabilities are almost zero. So in everything is just like I said, have an open mind that legal practice is interesting. So if you have the interest, I have the interest in it. It's interesting for me. I enjoy what I do. I think that's one thing I must say, that enjoy what you do. If what you do is talking, find where you can be talking. If what you enjoy doing is dancing, find where you can dance. If what you enjoy doing is singing, find where you can sing. If what you enjoy doing is going to court, find a law firm that goes to court. If what you enjoy doing is drafting agreements, find where you can go and draft agreements. But ensure that you create a proper structure. Like I will emphasize, register your business. Have it registered. If you have an idea, have it protected, either copyright or trademark or patent. Just create structures around whatever you have. And also, I think one important skill that anybody going into business should have is a good network. Especially in legal business where you can't advertise. And once you can advertise, you are stuck with people that you know. So if you're not good with people that you know, you're in trouble. Because it's people that will tell people about you. It's people that will give you jobs. So the legal business is a people-driven business. It's little or nothing about what you know. It's more about who you know and who is willing to help you. One of the last things I'll say before all this wrap is what I've learned in business is the person that wants to help you will help you without you stressing about it. So I've had people that have had to spend money continuously for that have not given me one job. And there are people that have just said one word too, and they give me jobs So I've learned that in business, people that want to help you, they will help you without doing too much. They don't even need you to maybe bring wine or do other paparazzi for them. No. Someone that sees you and says, okay, I want to help this kid, I want to help this boy, I want to help this girl, they help you. It's not a matter of you don't need to now start putting pressure, calling, texting, sending emails, most times once you're already good at what you do, person sees your work, person sees value. So it's a value for money proposition. Person sees value in what you're offering. Person is able to say, okay, I will help you. And what you just need, most times what you just need is 2-3 helpers. In fact, in legal practice, we say just need one client. Once you get down one client that says, okay, I want to help this person, and the client goes out of his way to help you, you're done.